Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blonde Intelligence. And today, our special guest is DJ Thinking 808, the owner of the Houston BassRunnaz. What's up?
What's up, world? What's going on? H-Town stand up, represent. You feel me? What's good?
Okay, we're going to start out with asking you to tell us a little bit about the Houston BassRunnaz.
The Houston BassRunnaz is a producer collective from Houston, Texas. Right now we got 8 producers, and we're part of the MBBA Beat Battle League. And we're going up against other teams like Milwaukee, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, and we're doing our thing to try to represent for the whole South collectively. Coming to bring the pain.
So, tell me, how did you come up with the concept to start the Houston BassRunnaz?
The Houston BassRunnaz actually started with me and my brother John Lacy. We were coming up with a name for our production company because we were always making tracks together. So upon our trip to Atlanta, we met Mecca Malo, who was down with the Pad Masters, the Milwaukee team. And once we found out that they were part of a beat battle league, we were pressed to get up in there. And once we got in the league, we just changed our production name to the team name, and the BassRunnaz became the Houston BassRunnaz.
Okay, so tell me, what type of services before COVID did you and your brother do?
We were DJing live events. We would mainly weddings, certain Sweet 16 parties, but keeping it light on that level. And in-house studio work with certain artists around the Houston area.
Artists like who?
John Lacy, DFW Tone, my boy E Wealthy, a couple other cats I can't think of right at the top because I do deal with a lot of cats in between. So, you know what I'm saying? We out there though. We out there. I know cats know about the BassRunnaz and Trapadelic around the city. So.
Tell me about John Lacy. I told you before that I don't have the words to describe him. How would you describe him?
Just truly musical gifted, you know what I'm saying? It's like he's a truly gifted individual. Sometimes all you gotta do is just put him in and around some music and just give him a little time, and you're gonna see some special things happen. That's just the gift that the good Lord placed on him. I'm just grateful to be the one that actually put the MPC in his hands.
So tell me, what do you think he's best at?
Best at, I would say definitely drumming. You know what I'm saying, but Brody can pretty much cover all facets. But I give it to him drumming. He's a jazz drummer, so his articulations and drumming is very keen. He's a very proficient drummer.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the National Beat Battle Association. League.
Well, that's a collective of 7 teams at the present time. We have Milwaukee, Chicago, South Carolina, the Virginia Tidewater area, Atlanta, Miami, and us. And it was originally set up that before COVID, we were going to travel to each other's cities and battle each other in 5-round beat battles. But since the pandemic, it's been condensed down to 2 rounds, and we're kind of doing everything streaming online. So a lot of this is just to get the word out to people and let them know to still stay tuned in. The league isn't going nowhere.
Okay, when is that going to be?
The league starts in October. It's going to be the first airing of the first battles.
Okay. Who go first? Where can we find it? I mean, where we gonna look?
It's going to be on the MBBA website. Our first battle is going to be against Chicago. I'm not too particular about some of the other teams. I had to get y'all update on the schedule, but I think that should be on the website, mbballc.com, www.mbballc.com.
Okay, you talked a little bit about before COVID. Tell me about what's going on during COVID.
During COVID, basically,
During COVID.
First thing first is just staying safe and staying out the way, main thing, and then staying creative. For me, I don't consider it a problem because I like to stay in the house and make music anyway, so it's just right in line with what I already like to do. But to everybody else who don't really maybe have an outlet for themselves, I guess it's hard for them. But for me, I think things have pretty much just been going according to plan. Of course, we don't have no live gigs that we can do at the present time, but I think making the shift to doing it online has been a learning experience, but it's been a growth too, you know what I'm saying, that I embrace, but it's definitely been a process. It's definitely been a process.
So, where do you think you are in that process?
Pretty
Have
much.
you started? Have you started booking any um, live gigs?
I know we haven't at the present time. Like I said, we're just getting ready right now for the start of this season because everything is rapidly approaching. So not trying to take too much on at one time. Once we get settled into the season, those possibilities are possibly open up more. But for right now, everybody's focused on pretty much making some noise in this league, you know.
So, you're representing Houston. How you think you're gonna do?
Hey man, Houston coming out on top. Houston coming out on top, you know. I ain't much respect to the other teams. I love y'all. Mad respect. We come and show up. You know what I'm saying? Come and show up and show out, man. It's like we're not playing. We are not playing. We are coming with real. You gonna be you excited for the season?
Ah.
All right. Well, we need all the participation we can get, you know. So it's gonna be good, you know, because it's really giving an outlet to a lot of producers, and not only that, a lot of finger drummers out here that are really pushing a new genre and a new energy and music forward. But none of these other platforms are really embracing it, and the MBBA is one of the first platforms too. So with that, I'm glad to be a part of this organization. You know, we different teams, but we are part of the same league. So that's what I try to represent.
Tell everybody what is finger drumming.
Finger drumming is when you take a beat machine. You can either do it even on a keyboard, but as a drummer drums, you know, with his hands, you take your fingers and you play the parts individually over a pad, a keyboard. You can do it over a regular piano keyboard, but you play the individual drum samples as one shots, and you just create your rhythms from that. You know, it's just basically playing the whole beat live with your hands, you know, spreading the pieces out evenly. Just
So, are you saying that any regular person could finger drum? Is that easy?
I'm not gonna say it's that easy, but yes, any regular person can finger drum. Just like with anything, if you take time, patience, and learn, and just start slowly, and let speed be the last thing that you develop, yes, you can finger drum.
I think you just simplified that because I've seen dude, and that's a hell no.
Anybody can do it. Now, like you might not be on his level of proficiency because you got to understand
Okay, yeah, okay. So how could I be proficient?
how can you be proficient? You got to stay disciplined and practice every day. I would say 30 minutes every day practicing certain drum patterns. You will eventually get up to par and be very nice at finger drumming. You know, it's like with anything else. Put your hours in, and you're gonna get the results up. You know.
Okay. So I'm gonna switch gears a little bit, and I'm gonna ask you about, I guess, the climate, the social climate, the, I guess, social injustices, being black in America. How do you feel about any of that?
You know, it's very hard to be a brother out here nowadays with so many things set up against you. But I think at the same time, it's an advantage. I think the only time we let it become a disadvantage is when we act like we're ignorant to it. We know things are set up against us and don't want us to win or succeed. You know, once we have a true understanding about this, then I think it should bring about a cohesiveness with our people, period, to not let any of us get done like this. It's easier said than done, true, because you have so many intangibles in the hood that contribute to jealousy, envy, hatred, that, you know, takes good people out of good positions, gets people locked up, gets people killed, you know what I'm saying? And when you compound that on top of all of that and the economic despair that's in the hood, then when you compound that with cops who come through and stereotype you and judge you and belittle you, then yeah, it's creating a tension that's really not benefiting nobody in the country today, But us as black people, brothers and sisters out here, you know what I'm saying? We have to use all this time to galvanize ourselves and check ourselves and just understand. Quit looking to the other side and blaming this and them, and let's just do for us. It's like, what else is it gonna take for us to protect us? You know what I'm saying? We can't look to nobody else to do it for us. We have to buckle down and basically just hold our own. We hold our own. A lot of times, I don't think we be complaining about a lot of the injustices. The injustices come because we're trying to put ourselves in systems and places that are not built and designed for us. We have the power to create that for ourselves. We can take away the injustice by just doing for us. That's how.
Well, that's an issue.
Yeah, I know. I just know it's an issue, but it's something we're gonna have to work through. We can either say it's an issue or we can get rid of that issue. It's just how do we want to address this thing?
Okay, so tell me this, because I guess I'm gonna try to put it where I don't put people on the spot. But how do you feel about the system itself when black men try to speak up and take up for other black men or movements or things like that? They get jobs taken away from them, or they lose big endorsements or things like that. I mean, we see the unfairness in it. So
yeah, we see that.
How do you feel about that?
I've been a victim of that, not on a larger scale like maybe Nick Cannon, but I felt that. And one thing I could say, no matter if a person's boss, let's just say in a workforce situation, if you correct your boss, whether he's right or wrong, and regardless if he's black or white, he's not gonna take kindly to that. And a good chance you're probably gonna be looking for another job. You know what I'm saying? It's just facts. It's facts. So yeah, we can say this or that and the other, but at the end of the day, discretion is what keeps a person. Sometimes we can feel so passionately about something, but speaking out might not always be the right thing. Sometimes it's just to sit back, hold that, and take more of an action plan in the streets. You can do stuff, and a lot of times a person's eyes ain't got to be on it to validate that you're doing good. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to always show somebody that you're doing good to do good. You ain't always got to take a stand to make it seem like you're doing good for your people. Sometimes just shut your mouth, gather your resources, and do accordingly for your people. You know what I'm saying? And keep yourself in a position to give opportunities. If you sacrifice yourself for the sake of, okay, yeah, I'm uplifting the people, I'm speaking knowledge, but then if that gets you canceled out and you can't help nobody coming behind you, what was the real help in it? Sometimes we got to play the game from the gutter to the government. Sometimes we just got to know discretion is what's gonna keep us. You know what I'm saying? And we can help people do better. You know what I'm saying? But everybody see a different way. That's just how I view it. Sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut and do what you need to do.
Okay, so tell me this. I know with social media that you have read some of the comments, I would say, that ignorant people say. So, with you saying that people can rise above it, how do you deal with people like that?
You don't entertain it from the jump street. Trolls gonna troll. You just cannot entertain that. Your defense system has to be a lot stronger than that. I know it's easier. It's easier said than done. I know this and I understand this completely, but you cannot give entertainment to that nonsense because once you do, it takes you off your path the way you really need to go because you're giving time and energy to something that's not going to benefit you. Like you just got to stay on your chosen path. Whatever you've chosen to do or feel like you've been called to do, it's going to be all kind of intangibles that try to pull you away from that. But you just cannot entertain the haters. Let the haters make you greater. You know what I'm saying? I say that all the time, and I mean that. Let the hate make you great. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put it.
Okay. Well, I ask every guest this, so I'm going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me about your first experience with the police. If it was positive or negative.
Yeah.
What happened?
My first experience with the police, I ain't gonna say it was negative or positive. I was stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? But it was crazy. It was the night my grandmother passed away, and I was going to take one of my relatives home to another one of my cousin's house. And I'm from a small country town, so the town is divided by the railroad tracks. So whenever you go to the black part of town, that's always across the tracks. You feel me? So as I'm going across the tracks and I'm coming back to the other side of town, the cop pulls me over, tries to see where I'm going, woo, woo, woo. And it's just like, I understand it, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I mean, absolutely nothing. Maybe just because I'm coming from a place where you might suspect something is going on, it wasn't nothing going on, so it really wasn't no need for the stop. But it's been other times, I've had cops pull guns on me for no reason, and it's just like, I know people go through far worse than that, so I think the standard should be set higher for these people to become law enforcement agents. If the hours for training for a barber or hairstylist are more than a police officer, then we got a real problem out here. We got a real problem. You're giving the power for these people to make a judgment on somebody's lives, but you're saying somebody who styles hair has to have more hours of training than this person here. I mean, it's disturbing. And it's almost like, give the greater percentage of these people the permit to go out here and basically eradicate our people, because that's what we see. These people are basically taking us out. It's low key sickening to me, but at the same time, I know us being divided within our own section and community is not gonna make that other situation any better. We got to galvanize ourselves as a people, and we can really stand against everything that's going against them. When they divide you, they can hide you.
So tell me this. Do you think that police pulling guns on people is normalized now?
Ooh, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? It would seem like it because they do it so much, and we see it so much in the media. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of become numb to it a little bit and just almost expect it. And it's like, it's crazy because I know a lot of black men probably feel like this. We kind of walk around feeling like at one point we know, even sisters too, you probably know you're going to get a gun pulled on you by a cop way before anybody white. We know this. We're not to say that cops don't pull guns on white, but we know. And it's probably 9 times out of 10 going to be for something that didn't deserve or justify that. But yeah, we still gonna have to witness this cop's gun pointed at us for some reason. And it's just it's like nah, it's like nah. We gotta do something different.
What about institutional racism?
Whoo, I've dealt with that too. What you want to talk about that? The good old boy system, yeah, it exists very well. I've worked with a lot of cats who would think like, oh, white privilege doesn't exist. And it's like, yeah, it does. But on the same token, I've worked at jobs where I've seen black privilege exist. I've seen the black supervisor get the black employees who miss days and do this at a free pass. But I see the white employee over there busting their ass, just coming in, getting it in, and getting mistreated. But I've been through,
Reverse racism.
yeah, and I've been on the same end of having a white supervisor look at me and make me feel like, oh, this dude here, he like he ain't no work, he lazy, he this, that, and the other, and only to become one of the top dogs in the whole place. So it's like, yeah, I've seen it from both sides, and not fond of either one. It's like it's crazy, but it's the buddy system, and I don't know how we go about changing the buddy system in these institutions, but as long as it's allowed to breed, that's what it's going to always be, regardless of black or white who's the supervisor. It's the buddy system, you know what I'm saying? Black people are going to feel more comfortable around their people just as white people are, I don't think, let me put it to you like this. Does a lion go around licking the stripes of a tiger?
Not naturally.
Yeah, not naturally. So okay, you're not gonna see a black boss with a whole bunch of white workers per se. You get the point that I'm making? But you get the point that I'm making though. And it's the opposite way. You're just not gonna see that like that. So everybody gravitates to their own. So in that, yeah, you kind of walk a fine line with it being institutional racism, but I think if you got a good person who got good moral standing and a good heart in your leadership position and really has a true understanding of how to be a leader of men, then objectives can get done efficiently. But if you got somebody who lacks integrity and a spine and a backbone, then yeah, your company's finna be fumbling and bumbling from the get-go.
Well, tell me this. Changing the subject some. How long have you been a DJ?
How long I've been a DJ? I started spinning wax in like 94, I want to say. I've been dabbling with the turntables a little bit before then, but I didn't have my own set. I actually went out and bought my own set, which was janky. My first DJ rig was janky, but I was able to play 2 records and mix, so I was happy. But yeah, that was about 94, about January 94.
So tell me, this is the purpose of me asking that is you have seen the evolution of hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Right.
What you think? What you think?
What you think?
What you think?
What I think? I like where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? I think it's open for everybody. So many opportunities for artists. Like never in a time have like. I come from the day where you go to the store, you buy a CD or record off the record shelf of your favorite artist, but you would see kind of like a fixed amount of artists on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew who was out at the time, you feel me? Because the shelf only got so much room, you feel me? But now with platforms like Spotify, iHeartMusic, I find new artists every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? And coming from the old school way, yeah, you broke new artists here and there, but it's not like today. Like you can honestly probably make a mixtape every day of a different artist because you just got so much access to music from SoundCloud like I say, Apple, the Spotify, you can literally find somebody new every day. And that's amazing when you really get, and everybody still has the potential to grow. So when you look at that, you can't help but say that music is truly evolved into a better place than where it was 20 years ago, you know? You know, a person don't even need a mainstream hit nowadays to generate income and be successful out here. So yeah, the music business is in a beautiful place, you know. But notice I said business, music, business. A lot of artists out there, they miss the last part of that, you know. Hey, it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
know you told me before that you would rather work with a less talented artist than a more talented artist based on his attitude. Explain it.
Oh yeah, easily because okay, say you got the more talented artist, but their ego is just through the roof. You feel me? It might be something simple that you need this artist to do, but because their ego and their attitude is so stank, all of a sudden this simple task becomes, you know what I'm saying, like a major shit now. You feel me? Excuse my language, but then you got the other artist who is trying, maybe not be to that level yet, but if their attitude and their work ethic is in the right place, in the end, that artist is gonna get a lot further than the one with the bad stinky attitude because nobody's gonna want to deal with them in the long term. You feel me? Everybody always would rather deal with a person who's more personable, more hospitable, more open. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, you would rather deal with somebody that has those qualities. Nobody give a damn. You can sing to the heavens, but your attitude is stink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can sing as mighty as you want to, but then after that, get the hell away from you. You know who wants that? You know how can you build anything with a person who has the wrong attitude, has the wrong spirit, the wrong energy, all of that? Like you can't be unequally yoked. You know?
I guess everybody, what he's saying is he's not going to play.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I'm not gonna play with you, so don't play with me. And I do. I respect everybody's time and effort. You know what I'm saying? I am the type of person. I do try to like to get to the point. Now I can be loose, and I still have my times. You know, I'm not perfect. I have situations I have to go through too, but at the same time, I don't want to waste nobody's time because I don't want my time wasted. That's the one resource that you can't get back. You know, I ain't gonna trip about losing some money because I can make some more money. I don't. I'm not the owner and control of the time. You feel me? So I have to make precious use of that while I have access to it. You feel me? Because it can get cut off like that. Then what you gonna do? Ain't nobody gonna pick up your torch and carry it for
Yeah.
you. No, real talk, right? Nobody gonna pick your torch up and carry it. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Okay. So tell me what is the future plans for the Houston BassRunnaz and what secret projects you got going on.
Well, first of all, any secret projects, I can't tell you that. You know.
So are you saying that there are some secret projects?
Yeah, they are. They actually are. You know what I'm saying? We was I actually had a meeting with the team today that went real good. You know what I'm saying? It was like it's a lot of great fellas in the whole clique. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Who all in the clique?
you got John Lacy, Brody, my brother. You feel me? You got YMEI Productions, my boy Mister. You feel me? Mister. You feel me? You got my boy Ace One, DJ SR. You feel me? Straight out the country with me. You feel me? Ace One actually has been down with me the longest. You feel me? Me and Ace been making music since like 2007. You know. I got Trill Clinton. I got E Wealthy. And I got Juju on the beat. And who else? Am I forgetting somebody? I'm trying. And Monty, my Kim Folk. I ain't forgot about you, Kim Folk. Money Monty, you know what I'm saying? So we all in there right now, the Houston BassRunnaz, you know what I'm saying? United, never divide. You know how we do.
What's Trapadelic recording?
Trapadelic Recording is the first label that me and Brody started. Actually, when I was going through a situation, you know, and I first met Brody, you know, when I first started introducing him to the NPC, he had asked me, you know, he was like, man, you don't got no name for a label or whoop, you ain't never thought about putting together a label? And I was like, yeah, I kind of thought about this little name, Trapadelic, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop. And he was like, man, that's dope. Let's do that, you know what I'm saying? So, been down with me from day one. You know, I envisioned Trapadelic as kind of like seeing how good and proficient he was with the NPC, just kind of using that platform to maybe further finger drumming and DJing as a whole. You know, that's kind of like the idea for Trapadelic, just a home for the finger drummers. You feel me? A place where if they want to come and learn and gain valuable insight on this, Trapadelic Recordings is a place where they can get that, you know what I'm saying? Just hit us up in the email and, you know, we'll definitely get back with you, you know?
Okay. So, is there anything else that you would like to tell us about Mr. DJ Thinking 808?
Oh, yeah, you know, I've been pretty open with y'all. You know, you asked pretty good questions. I don't know if there's anything else I need to dispose of except just keep your eyes on the Houston BassRunnaz. Not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. Keep your eyes on the BassRunnaz. We coming, man. Like, for real. We coming, you know. We gonna be out there everywhere, you know. Just get ready. Get ready.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find us everything for us on social media is Trapadelic everything. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter is Trapadelic_REC. Instagram is at Trapadelic Recordings. Facebook, the same thing. You know, everything's Trapadelic. Houston BassRunnaz too. Everything Houston BassRunnaz. BassRunnaz. Houston BassRunnaz. You know, look us up. You know what I'm saying? We come.
All right. Y'all heard them. Look them up. All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Miss Ronnie. I appreciate you inviting me for the podcast. This was very
Well, I thank you for coming. All right.
All right, man.